Hello, this is Sifan from the Mr. Autofire wiki, and today I'll be reviewing the Plaster, the new premium gear that launched just yesterday. So this fits in your right hand gear slot and it does damage to flying enemies, so it's an upgraded version of the scope, and like all the other premium gear it does more damage than the regular gear it replaces. The special feature of the Plaster of course is its healing, so let's see how that works out. So it's healed my Scorcher here by 408, and that happens to be 3.5% of 11,670, and that's for the uncommon Plaster. So now I've taken a max health up, which increases my health by 20%. Let's see what that does to the Plaster. And the healing is 490, which is an increase of 20%. On top of the max health up, I've taken Tank, which multiplies my health by 1.5, and that's why the healing has gone up to 735 now. I'm going to take a Combat Medic here, and let's see if that's going to make a difference. No, it doesn't. It's still 735. So not only the Combat Medic, but also the healing bonuses like Dr. Toxic at level 20, those don't. On the tournament this week, the Plaster has an attack bonus. In addition, we start with 2 tank perks, so our health goes up by 1.5 times 1.5, so that's 2.25, and that's why the healing here is 918. So that was with the uncommon Plaster. Here 466 is 4% for a rare Plaster, common is only 3, and my estimation is that it's going to be 4.5 for epic, 5 for legendary, 5.5 for mythical, and 6% for exalted. And if you're wondering how this compares with Band-Aid, Band-Aid actually heals you by 7% of your health, and that is affected by Combat Medic as well as the healing bonuses like Dr. Toxic. So, should you spend gems trying to unlock the Plaster? There's a few things to keep in mind. If you already have the shield generator, I'd suggest you stick with that for your right hand gear slot, because the way damage scales in this game, avoiding getting hurt is far more useful than healing. You should also be aware of loot pool dilution. The more items you unlock, the harder it gets to upgrade anything, because there are more items in the loot pool. So especially if you've already got some premium gear, your pool is already diluted. For me, this isn't a major issue since I have everything I need at exalted level already, although this will slow down my progress on the camo cloak and the shield generator. But if, for example, you're still working on getting your weapon or your armor up to exalted level, then this is going to slow you down. So think about whether you can afford that delay. If you've already invested in leveling up your regular gear, then you should also take into account the amount of coins and time it's going to take to get this up to the level where it's going to do similar damage. Of course, in the long run, this will do more damage, but it's going to take quite a while to get there. So if you're a newish player with at most legendary gear, it's not a big issue at all. But if you've got it to mythical or maybe low exalted, then you're probably going to have to let it stall there while you work on the new gear. So that's a trade-off that you're going to have to think about. One final observation is that the Plaster completes the set of 4 with the camo cloak, shield generator, and radiation field. So 4 upgrades to the 4 gear types that give us a little bit of an edge in completing a level. But apart from that, we also have the metal detector, which is a farming gear for levels where we don't really mind whether we complete it or not, but we want to get some sort of benefit out of playing the run. So I think there's going to be at least one more farming gear to complement the metal detector, and maybe it's going to come on the next battle pass. So we don't know if that's going to be a flying gear or not, but I would suggest that you hold on till the battle pass comes out and we see what it offers, and then decide if you still want to try for the Plaster or not.